तो कल हमने 16वां अध्याय चालू किया था, उसी को कंटिन्यू करेंगे। सनातन गोपालपु आप पढ़ना टेक्स्ट, ठीक है? एंड जस्ट बाकी जो डिवोटी ज्वाइन नहीं किए उनको एक मैसेज डाल दो। जस्ट पुट अ मैसेज दैट दे कैन ज्वाइन। श्री भगवान उवाच अभयम सत्व संशुद्धिर्ज्ञान योगा व्यवस्थितिः ज्ञानम दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्याय तपमार्जवम् अहिंसा अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधस् त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दया भूतेष्वलोलुप्त्वम् मार्दवम् हृचापलम् तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदम् दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत। यस प्रभु, पढ़िए। हरे कृष्णा।
Yes, Prabhu, I'll read, Prabhu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearless purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion of for honor. These transcendent qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men, endowed with divine nature.
So these quality belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. So, so these qualities are very, very important. Okay, one thing I would like to tell here, that again, according to understanding of Bhakti Tattva, first foremost is important is Bhakti. Krishna Eka Sharanam. Qualities are secondary. Okay, for us, what is important? Krishna is important more than qualities. Ecstasy is not important. Ashtasattvic Bikar is not important. Krishna Seva is important. When one Gopi was fanning Krishna and she was having tears in the eyes, she cursed the tear. Why these tears are stopping me to see Krishna and I cannot fan because I'm not able to see Krishna? Let this tear go to hell. I don't want such tears. So, good qualities may come, may not come, that is separate. See, this is so an important for every one of us to understand the tattva of bhakti. There is Sarup Lakshan and Tatastha Lakshan. We will read this more in NOD. Hmm? So first we understand, many times people think that because like sometimes people have this misunderstanding, or you can say some kind of uh, flaw in understanding. They may think that many gurukulas, uh, if they are only teaching Bhagavad Dharma, then what may happen that the children may not get the right tattva. They may not get the other things. Hmm? First, very important thing, wife or a girl and a boy. First, girl and boy should get married. Then, child is produced. Child is produced without marriage is illicit child. So, good quality first. How he should produce first? First, a devotee. He should become a devotee first. He should first accept some Vaishnava. He should accept some Guru, accept Krishna. Then good quality, talk about good quality. Good quality automatically develops if somebody has accepted a Guru, somebody accepted a Vaishnava, that mood of servant, if it is there, already that seed is there, the good quality will automatically come. Bhakti Mata, she gives rise to knowledge. Her two children are knowledge and vairagya. It's not that knowledge and vairagya are producing bhakti. No, bhakti is producing knowledge and vairagya. So we should understand, anybody who has got bhakti from a right person in a right way, he has not got any disadvantage. He's always a fortunate person, always for eternity. भले जैसे मान लो किसी का मैरिज हो गया, उनके बच्चे नहीं हुए, दैट इज सेकेंडरी, ठीक है। फादर में भी इंपॉर्टेंट, मदर में भी बैरन, वॉट एवर, बट दे आर मैरिड, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। They are not doing any illicit action. In the similar way, somebody is having a good quality but no bhakti. What is the use of that? That is a child without marriage. What you will do with that? Bogus. So this is very very important to understand. Krishna eka sharanam. I will never leave Krishna, whether good quality will come or not. Krishna is my master. Hmm. If this quality is there in child, if this is trained in the child, Vaishnavas, Guru, I am their das, then all good quality has come in him because he has accepted the master. All good quality has come, and he will 100% become successful in his life. At the same time, if a family with many children, it is very good family, it looks very good. Yes, so many children are there, so it looks. But we should not say that because the husband and wife got married, they did not get child. Eh? After marriage, only children should happen, na? Without marriage, how can child happen? It is illicit. So somebody saying, "Oh, they got too much bhakti, my child became distracted in the world." This is bogus understanding. If they have really got bhakti from right people, then there cannot be anything bad. Srila Prabhupada and our all acharyas and Brahmaji, when a person start thinking that I will perform bhakti, Brahmaji is mentioned in the scripture. Brahmaji becomes so happy, he wants to come and do arti of that person. Oh, you have thought of doing bhakti, very nice. You're such a glorious person. We should understand it's not an object of this world. Bhakti is a rahasya. It's a rahasya. Rahasya means you cannot understand. It's a totally, because Lord is himself rahasya, and to serve him is a greater thing, greater than even Lord. लॉर्ड का तत्व भी, भक्ति का तत्व भगवान से ऊपर है। और कोई बोलता है कि भक्ति मिलने से गड़बड़ हो गया, ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता। वो तत्व को समझा ही नहीं है, भक्ति रहस्यमय है। अगर उसको इतना भी भक्ति मिला है ना, भले आपको रहस्य समझ में आया ना आए, लेकिन वो इतना भक्ति भी आपके जीवन में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। वो कई जन्मों के पाप को काट चुका है, कई जन्मों के त्रास को खत्म कर चुका है, हमको नहीं पता लग रहा है। वी मे बी थिंकिंग वन लाइफ, मेरा बच्चा ये नहीं बन पाया, वो नहीं, दैट इज आवर ओन थिंकिंग। बट गुरु वैष्णव के संग में जिसको भक्ति मिला है, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। Somebody can think, oh, many time devotee children are not becoming a, devotee. Forget not becoming devotee means many time people say because they may fall to bad habits. Forget those things. One should do one's own job. What is one's own job? Try to make them devotee. Try to make them connect with the good Vaishnavas. Let them have some devotional principle in their life. Let them follow. This is, now you may think, but Prabhuji, previously Kali has polluted everything in this age. Gyanmar cannot work, Karmakand cannot work. Previously, so many things were working in previous ages. In this age, you apply any method, nothing will work. कुछ नहीं चलने वाला, सभी में पोल्यूशन आ चुका है। आप कोई भी मेथड लगाओगे सब फेल हो जाएगा। रिश्तों में प्रॉब्लम है, कोई गुरुकुल खोले तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम है, इस्कॉन सोसाइटी इतनी प्योर, उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम, पॉलिटिक्स, टेम्पल में मैनेजमेंट में प्रॉब्लम। कली ने सबको गड़बड़ किया है। इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि, और व्हाट इज द सॉल्यूशन? सॉल्यूशन इज हरिर्नाम हरिर्नामेव केवलम। Prabhupada writes there, one who can chant offenseless holy name, he is free from all such problems. So if a child can learn to chant offenseless holy name, his life has become successful because he has become free from age of Kali. What a greatest benediction he has got. So how much is important to know the tattva of bhakti from right people and practice those things? Because we do not chant offenselessly. Therefore, there is a problem in life. Well, how to chant offenseless? Radhana Swami Maharaj says, one who become helpless. One thing. There's so many things, but he says if you can become helpless in your life, like Kunti Maharani is praying, Vipada Santuta Sasvat Tattatarta Jagat Guru. Bhavato Darshanam Yasyada Punar Darshanam. I can see you, Krishna, because I'm in misery. So when we become helpless in our life because of whatever reason, we can be dependent on Krishna always. So this is very important to understand. To create this dependence in people, that Krishna is your master, Krishna is your everything, He is your mother. Therefore, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say to Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, go and preach. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father. Please chant one holy name. Please chant one holy name. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving this message to Nityanand Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. So when these things are taken by our devotee children or anyone, that is a very glorious thing. So there can be some pain because they might get distracted here and there. But again, always remember, if they have got the real tattva of bhakti, what is that? Offenseless chanting. Hmm? Dependence on Guru and Vaishnava, service to Guru and Vaishnava, service to Krishna. That is very highest thing they have got. And then other things can also be added. Okay, teach this thing, teach that. That is also important in the world. But once they have got the essence of their life, the purpose, and even though they are distracted from purpose also, no problem. At least we have done some endeavor. Narad Muni say, "Tyaktva swadharanam charanambujam harer bhajan apakko athapate tato yadi yatra kva va bhadram abhudamushyakim ko vartha apto abhajatam sri swadharmatah." Even though somebody has sentimentally taken to path of bhakti and given up because of his immaturity, still he is more better than a person who is nicely following all the dharmas, swadharmas, and become a great man, great successful man. Narad Muni is saying. And who is our acharya? Our acharya should be Narad Muni only. So we should always encourage bhakti. At the same time, we should also help people to learn other things. But we should never say because the child has learned bhakti and so he's become spoiled, or because of some wrong kind of bhakti this happened. This is bogus thing. Hmm. Bhakti, even somebody in temple, many time, sometimes brahmacharis also may leave temple because of certain reason. They may blame temple, they may blame some temple authority. That is separate thing. But what one has got from this temple, from Prabhupada temple, even though some wrong authority may be there, whosoever may be there, but the kind of thing one has got, yes, if the temple authority might be good or if the person might be good, they could have advanced more and they could go on ahead more. But just remove those things. Many reasons can be there. But just we cannot blame the thing what we have got. We can blame our unfortunate situation. Prabhupada used to say, you are unfortunate. You could not, if you get perturbed with your god brother, god sister and go away, then who is losing actually? You are losing. Those who remain here, they are always benefited. And those who go out, they will be lost. The sense is that this attitude of I am servant of Krishna has to be imbibed in us. I have no other shelter than Krishna. And this we have to grow faith more and more. How? By being in association of Vaishnavas, by serving to Vaishnavas and Guru, this faith should become more and more solid. So this all quality which we are learning, we should always remember 13.8 to 12. All those knowledge, what it says, Mai Chananya Yogena Bhaktir Abhivicharini. That was the foremost thing in all the 20 items of knowledge. Mai Chananya Yogena. All the knowledge, humility, tolerance, everything was there. But what was the most important? 13.8 to 12. One has to do unalloyed devotional service to Supreme Lord. And it should begin from Acharyopasanam Socham, surrender to Guru. It should begin from there and it should go to that essence. Bhakti मुझे चाहिए. बाकी गुण मिले ना मिले, भक्ति चाहिए. So one should understand. And that is why the holy name is the essence in this age and it is only medicine. One who chants this holy name offenselessly, he will taste all these things, what we are discussing. If you are not chanting offenseless holy name, if you are chanting with no inattention is there and offenses are there, then we may not be able to know the rahasya of bhakti and rahasya of the faith in the process of bhakti, having that strong conviction that only this is important. That faith will not be there. because we are distracted. We are hearing here holy name and then it goes from here. It does not go inside. So therefore, the instruction is to chant 16 round offenseless and attentive. So whether we follow, so that is important. All of us, how we can follow, then again, the following happens when our Shravan is important. To 2 hours chanting and other times we have to our mood should be observant, observant. So we have to hear the katha from Gurudev, from spiritual master. We have to fill our ears. Then that we will be conscious of what we are doing in that 2 hours. These 22 hours are more important. This is important. Then these things will come. Okay. So we read this thing. Uh, Sacrifice also done. Ahimsa. So ahimsa means not arresting the progressive life of any living entity. One should not think that since the spark is never killed, even after killing the body, there is no harm in killing animal for sense gratification. So this is a bogus philosophy. Prabhupada is to chastise actually. Say that who is a Christian? Prabhupada actually, see, we can all learn from our Acharya. Prabhupada says, you cannot blaspheme Jesus Christ because he was a Vaishnava. You cannot blaspheme even Muhammad also. Prabhupada says, anybody who is a preacher of God's message, even whatever level he is preaching, you should not blaspheme. It is an offense to holy name. Even Muhammad, Prabhupada says, Muhammad also cannot blaspheme. Even if you cannot blaspheme Jesus also. And Prabhupada says, Jesus was a Vaishnava. And he said that anybody who is preaching the message of God in whatever level, you should not blaspheme. Otherwise, that offense will be there. So, Muhammad, now somebody said, but Muhammad said killing of cow. No, Muhammad cannot say killing of cow. That is bogus thing. Jesus did not say killing of animals. So what Muslims are preaching, that is wrong thing. Muhammad could never say killing of cow. First thing. And that Chaitan Mahaprabhu says in CC. He brought one, he went to one Kaji came. So Kaji was there and he broke the mridanga of devotees. Chaitan Mahaprabhu took 1 lakh people with him with mashal and then went to his home directly and asked the question to him that in your religion it's mentioned that cow can be killed, but how can in our Vedas it's written cow is mother, it should not be killed. And then Kaji accepted that the Quran who has compiled, he was in illusion and bewilderment who has compiled this Quran. So it's not a message of Muhammad. First, we should understand. Nobody would preach wrong way. When somebody is a preacher of God consciousness, he can give a lower level of knowledge. Okay. He can give some basics knowledge. Okay. But he will not speak anything against the Vedas. If against Vedas, then he's not then he's a rascal. He is not a then preacher. He's a wrong person. You cannot respect. No. If he's a preaching from God principle only, but may not be able to explain all the details, he's explaining some, even like Buddha. Buddha is there. Buddha is preaching ahimsa paramo dharma. Ab ahimsa paramo dharma. Now ahimsa is one of the quality which we are learning now. Ahimsa. So he's also preaching. We cannot blaspheme Buddha. But when it comes to philosophy of those people, in regard to highest philosophy, then we have to tell, no, this is not the highest philosophy. The highest philosophy is a prema pumartho mahan. We have to develop love for God. That is the highest thing, not ahimsa. But the preacher of God should not be blasphemed. This is a principle. Otherwise, it is an offense to holy name. Okay, so now in Christian philosophy or Christian doctrine, what they say, oh, animal, they don't have soul, so you can kill. This is one thing. And then other people say, oh, soul cannot be killed anyway, then you can kill animal. These both are bogus. They are not supported by Vedic teaching. So Vedas, they support something. They are saying that living entity takes birth by the will of the Lord. and he dies also by the will of the Lord. How can you interfere in between? You cannot kill anything. You have to follow the will of the Lord. If Lord has given this living entity to be killed by your hand, eh, and then you can eat him, then you can do that. If he is your quota. So therefore God has given a quota. You can kill plants, you can kill fruits, you can take away from the plants or the trees. So vegetable, fruit, milk, grains, cereals, these are the quota for human being. So they should eat that quota only. That is allowed. That is again, it's also hinsa, but that hinsa is allowed by Vedas, like sex life. Sex life cannot be done, but through marriage it can be done because it's a allowed. It's a vivaha samskar. God has allowed in this way, but without marriage, sex life is not allowed. In the same way, if somebody has to eat meat, he has to worship Kali. At the night, in the Amavasya night, he has to go and cut the head of the goat in the midnight in front of Kali. And he has to offer that bhoga, that meat to Kali, and then take some of that and eat. He has to do on Amavasya night. So then God has given certain principles also. So we have to understand we are totally controlled by God. So we have to follow the godly principles. These are all godly principles. Then only these good qualities will develop. So ahimsa, atihinsa should not be done. So when we are killing plants, when we are killing some other objects which is not animal, so that means that is allowed by God. That himsa is okay. It is optimum. We can do that. But killing animal is unnecessary himsa. That should be avoided. That is too much. That creates greater sin. So then, how to get rid of a small sin which we are doing? We have to offer it to God so that we get rid of that sin also. We are walking, we are killing ants. We are drinking, we are also killing some germs. We are smelling, we are also killing. Every moment we are doing sin. Then how can we be sinless? So therefore, Krishna says, if you become my devotee, then small sins which we are not worried about or we are not careful about, Krishna will forgive those things. So everything depends upon God's permission. If He permits, the things can be adjusted. If He is not permitting, we will be entangled. So it means what? We have to become devotee of God. So hinsa, here it's mentioned, we should not arrest the progressive life of any living entity. Like a dog is there. If dog has to live for 30 years, if somebody kills the dog in 20 years only, then the atma of the dog has to again take a dog body for next 10 years. Same dog body has to take for next 10 years. So it means we have checked his progression. Just imagine somebody is growing and somebody is killed in between only. Oh, he could have grown more and then lived a nice life and then went to next life. But because of some terrorist or because of some meat eater, he killed that animal and then he has to again take birth. So that's why this is not allowed. So killing animal is not allowed. So when there is no alternative, one may kill an animal, but it should be offered in sacrifice. This Prabhupada is saying. One time in Bhagavatam purport, somebody asked a question whether devotee also has to kill some animal in emergency. Prabhupada said no. Devotee will never face such emergency. He should never kill an animal. At any rate, when there is an ample food supply for humanity, persons who are desiring to make advancement in spiritual realizations should not commit violence to animals. Actually, Prabhupada has also said, forget becoming God conscious. If somebody does not stop animal killing, he will never become God conscious. Therefore, you are too much heavy with Christians. He used to just say, don't show your bhakti to Christian, to Jesus, whatever. First, tell me whether you are following thou shall not kill or not. Forget about becoming a Christian or anything. First, tell me whether you're following thou shall not kill. Prabhupada is to challenge. Huh? So this we should understand. And Prabhupada mentions in another place, if somebody is killing animal, he can never become God conscious. So hinsa is so negative actually. Just imagine some terrorists, they come and they say that our God has said, our religion says that you have to do hinsa. A bogus thing. If you are doing hinsa, you can never become God conscious. whether you follow religion or not follow religion. That's why nowadays people love humanity more than religion, because these bogus people are preaching the wrong kind of religion. This cannot be the religion. Hmm. Hinsa, अरे Buddha comes and he distracts people from following Vedas, saying कि hinsa is more important than following Vedas, because he knew that these people have such a low quality of consciousness. I cannot teach them Vedas. First, let me teach them how to become a human first. So then he said, don't commit hinsa. So that is why in modern times too much preaching is going on becoming a human, because a human being can perfect his life and become a siddha. But first he has to become human ना. वो ह्यूमन ही नहीं बना है तो भी क्या है, वो दो पैर वाला पशु है, द्विपाद पशु। तो पहले ह्यूमंस बनना पड़ेगा व्यक्ति को। वो हिंसा को पहले बंद करो। The real ahimsa means not checking anyone's progressive life. The animals are also making progress in their evolutionary life by transmigrating from one category of animal to another. If a particular animal is killed, then his progress is checked. If an animal is staying in a particular body for so many days or so many years and is untimely killed, then he has to come back again in that form of life to complete the remaining days in order to be promoted to another life. Just see, this is a himsa. Like somebody has got a bicycle, he has purchased, and some rogue kind of another person, he just takes away his bicycle and then he slaps him, and then so then what happens? Then he has to again purchase another bicycle. Now see, nowadays so many crimes are happening, big crimes. Somebody kills somebody, somebody rapes someone. And these foolish people do not know they are committing a himsa. What will happen with them? If you do with somebody, the same thing will happen with you. If you are stabbing someone, next life you will be stabbed. These people have no knowledge at all. So many crimes are happening in the world. Some people take someone, and now these Muslims, they are also taking many Hindu girls in Delhi. 500 more than, I heard from some devotee. More than 500 are totally absconded, means they are not present. They were taken away, abducted by Muslims. So these foolish people are not knowing what kind of religion they are following. This is totally himsa. They're not allowing people to live peacefully. They are alluring them, and then they're taking them to other countries and selling them. Are this will happen with you also. You are thinking this will not happen. So you cannot be protected. This is a kingdom of God, whether it is lived with the principles or not, but this is a kingdom of God. God will not spare anyone. सबको बोलते हैं ना, जो समय का जो चक्की है, पीसता धीरे धीरे लेकिन सबको पाउडर बना के ही छोड़ेगा। मतलब सभी पीस जाएंगे उसमें। जैसे कभी कभी हम अर्लियर देयर वाज दिस पीसने वाला, वो चावल पीस ये क्या गेहूं को आटा बनाते थे ना, तो कुछ कुछ गेहूं बाहर गिर जाता था। तो जो जो मदर रहती है उसको गेहूं पीसना, उसको भी बाहर से लाके अंदर डालते, वो लास्ट में डालते हैं वो लोग, शुरू में नहीं डालते। तो उसको क्या लगता है गेहूं के दाने को, अरे मैं तो बच गया। अरे बचा नहीं है, जब सारा गेहूं खत्म हो जाएगा तो तेरे को ही डालेंगे अंदर और तेरे को ही पीस देंगे। तो इनको क्या लगता है कि अल्लाह हमको बचाएगा। अरे अल्लाह क्या, अल्लाह ही तुमको पीसने वाला है, देखो। So such a rascaldom is going on. These people should be taught first in their Muslim assembly. They should be given lecture properly by some knowledgeable person. You are doing to others, but this will happen to your family and to you also. Not in this life, then next life. It will happen. You cannot be spared. So जीवो, एक जान के लिए दूसरा जान खत्म हो जाएगा। If you are taking the life of someone, then your life will be taken. This is a principle of God. You cannot break it. सो ये प्रिंसिपल, इसीलिए कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस इज द ओनली थिंग टू बी taught to the world, so that the crime should stop. If the crime is stopped, wrong things are stopped, sinful activities, then everybody can live happily. Then where is the question of doing so much economic development? People are just becoming greedy, want to loot others' property. That's why they're becoming so greedy and making industrial development, ये development वो क्यों? क्योंकि सब बोल रहे मेरे को जॉब नहीं मिल रहा, पैसा नहीं मिल रहा। अरे जॉब पैसा है, लेकिन चोर लोगों के बीच में जॉब पैसा नहीं टिकेगा। सभी चोर है, सभी लालची है, सभी पापी है, तो कहां से वो टिकेगा? सब दूसरे को मार के खाना चाहते हैं। If there are all people are like saintly people, or at least they are cultivating some God consciousness, and they are always keeping the highest ideal in their life that tomorrow we can become, then where there is a question of much sin, नहीं होगा उधर पाप. This is very true that God consciousness is only thing lacking in the world. Then everything will be settled. Satyam. This word means one should not distort the truth for some personal interest. In the Vedic literature, there are some difficult passages, but meaning or the should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. That is the process of understanding Vedas. Satyam, Prabhupada also says Satyam. One can become Satyam when he follows the absolute Satyam, Param Satya. So by like Karna was very Satya. Oh, I will not give up the service to my best friend Duryodhana. He is very much moralist, great moralist. Okay, but when Krishna told you please come and support Pandavas. No, 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 no. दुर्योधन का नमक खाया है. मैं सत्य को पालन करना. अरे क्या सत्य है? No सत्य. This is all false. He cannot surrender to Krishna. So real Satyam is that one has to surrender to Satyam, absolute Satyam, Sarvadharman Parityajya. And then, therefore, Prabhupada is saying here, there are many difficult passages. What does mean that? It means that there are many difficult passages which can only be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. The bona fide spiritual master will always tell a person that you have to surrender to the Supreme Lord, that is the highest Satya. And you have to follow the scriptures in that surrender mode, that I have to please the Lord. Then it is Satya. And that Satya can be externally may sometime become Jhutha or sometime can become better Satya, whatever. But that is secondary. The Satyam, first Satyam is one has to surrender to the Lord. And here surrender to bona fide spiritual master. Yes. Shruti means one should hear from the authority, one should not constitute some interpretation for his personal interest. There's so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita that misinterpret the original text. The real import of the word should be presented and that should be learned from bona fide spiritual master. So that is also that you can see the what is asatya. Many are writing many books, and there is no spiritual master. गुरु ही नहीं है उसका, वो खुद ही बुक लिख रहा है, वो जानता भी नहीं है और फिर बहुत सारी चीज लिख रहा है. Actually, nowadays one more thing is problem in Kali Yuga. Now the YouTube. If we do not know who is the authorized person from where we should hear, there can be many flaws because these all people they don't have right knowledge also. They're not heard properly from right person. Then how can their knowledge be perfect? And they may give big talks on so many things, but they're not qualified. Like one of the famous uh, Acharya, he was saying that don't make anything absolute. Like somebody asked question, Ki Acharya, you say so many things. So how can you be certain that whatever you say is always true or it is always good, perfect? Then Acharya says, at least whatever I'm speaking from certain level. So at least till that level it is true. Why you should think that it is absolutely true? Never, never attribute anything to absolute thing. No, nothing. Nothing is absolute. If I'm speaking from certain level, that is true. When I heard this, I was like, bogus. This is bogus person. He does not have guru only. Like Prabhupada, somebody asked, how can you? Prabhupada say, I am a fool. I am a postman. I am imperfect, but I am speaking Krishna's words. It is perfect. And this person is speaking on the religious topics. So if he does not have guru, he does not have Krishna's understanding, then how can he speak bogus? And many people hear this bogus person and is very famous. Many likes. So a very simple thing is there. The things are absolute when you take it from absolute personality of Godhead. If you're not taking from absolute, you do not know only absolute, what is absolute, then how can you speculate on that? And if you are not speaking on absolute truth, then there is no question of there is no value of your words only. No words from the Vedas. You don't have, and many times these people are speaking on Vedas. These Vedas are meant for this. Are bogus thing. First, you should have the right guru, and then you should also have the right text in the with proper understanding. क्या आप बोल रहे हो, कौन सा वेद बोल रहे हो, क्या बोल रहे हो, उसके हिसाब से आपको समझ होना चाहिए। एटलीस्ट गुरु तो होना चाहिए, और वो गुरु भगवान का भक्त तो होना चाहिए, और आप उसे सही से श्रवण करना चाहिए। श्रुति बोला गया, पे सुनना चाहिए गुरु से, बोनाफाइड स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर, देन वन कैन अंडरस्टैंड। Akrodha means to check anger. Even if there is provocation, one should be tolerant. For once one become angry, his whole body becomes polluted. Anger is a product of mode of passion and lust, and so one who is transcendently situated should check himself from anger. So anger, one should avoid anger. Like one small boy, he was saying, "Sir, how to control my anger?" So how to control the anger? So anger is in mode of ignorance. It is born of passion. पैशन में लस्ट बॉर्न होता है। व्हेन लस्ट इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, एंगर टेक्स बर्थ। देयरफॉर एंगर इज कॉल्ड कामानुजा। ही इज अ ब्रदर ऑफ लस्ट। ओके, कामानुजा, अनुजा इज अ अनुज ऑफ कामा। सो कामा is born in passion, lust is born in passion, and when passion mixes with the ignorance, or when passion becomes too much, it goes to ignorance, then anger comes. So anger means basically when karma is not satisfied, then anger comes. So angry person, he becomes ignorant, he forgets the knowledge, and then he commits big mistake. So that is why it is said not to becoming anger, because it pollutes the whole body. Another thing, it pollutes the whole body means what? uh, the body becomes agitated, and one loses the control of one's speech, one's thought process, one's behavior also. uh, like in a recent time, there was a fight between two brothers. Two brothers and two good friends, and one person became angry because of a small reason, and he took the gun and shot all the six people immediately। खत्म कर दिया छह लोग को, और उसको जेल में डाल, और वो भाग गया। जेल में तो नहीं, भाग गया वो। दिस इज रिसेंट न्यूज। Nowadays crimes are happening like anything. Anger. Hmm? Now in America we know that there's a law that they give gun to every child. Huh? Whether every child is a kshatriya first, the sword should be given in the hand of kshatriya who can protect people. But if you give in the hand of children, children are like sudras. They do not know only how to use, and they will shoot anyone. If they'll feel that okay, he's troubling me, die, khatam. What kind of law? This is not a good law. You are giving vent to anger. You are giving permission to their anger, license to their anger. We cannot give gun to everyone. Gun should be only in the hands of a responsible kshatriya who knows whom to protect and whom to kill. If you give it in the hands of children, he will shoot anyone. The anger has to be controlled. Apayeshunam. So anger also, Prabhupada writes, as we all of us have read, Hanumanji used the anger to burn Lanka. So anger is also used, it is useful also, because if somebody is a vidrohi, if he's a uh, against God, then that anger is utilized to finish him, because he's against God. Like Ravana. Anger is important to kill this Ravana. Duryodhana. Anger is important to kill this Duryodhana. So like that. Apayashunam. Apayashuna means that one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. Necessarily and unnecessarily, these two important. Of course, to call a thief is not fault finding, but to call an honest person a thief is very much offensive for one who is making advancement in the spiritual life. Prabhupada says, unnecessarily do not find fault. Okay, unnecessarily. But if there is necessity, one should, as a well-wisher of that person, one should find fault. If somebody is a well-wisher, somebody is having the role of authority, he should find fault. Otherwise, who will correct him? All of us have some fault. Who says that we don't have? And if we are not corrected, then where is the chance of improvement? Like fault finding, like a somebody doctor. If somebody said, don't tell the disease to anyone because people are very fearful of disease. And if the doctor tells, then doctor get the sin of disease also. Then doctor will say, yeah, what is this? I am helping people to get cure of disease and you are cursing me only. So at the same time, everyone should not become doctor. There are doctors. So doctor knows that where is the disease and then he diagnose the disease and he cures. In the similar way, those who are well-wisher, those who can help people, they should find fault with those people. Especially those who are guru, those who are teachers, those who are parents, they must find fault with their dependents. Huh? Lalayan bahavo dosa, talayan bahavo guna. Chanakya Pandit says, till the age of 15, one should chastise train, discipline their children. Talayan bahuvo guna. By disciplining them, lot of good qualities will come. And by giving too much love, lalayan bahuvo dosa. Lot of bad qualities will come by giving too much pampering. तो ताड़यन ताड़ना इंपॉर्टेंट है, बोला है चाणक्य पंडित बोले। 5 साल तक प्रेम दो, 5 से 15 डंडा। नहीं किया तो इसमें थोड़ा अभी पहले के बच्चे अभी के बच्चों में थोड़ा अंतर भी है, देयर इज सम डिफरेंस देयर, so we can be careful also, but the principle is this: don't follow CPD. What CPD? Children Protection Department. They will say you kiss the children and you pamper the children and you spoil the children. Hmm? See, when somebody is abusing the child, okay, abusing is a bad thing, but somebody is punishing the child. Punishing is not abusing. If a teacher is punishing, parent is punishing, guru is punishing, why it is abused? It is never abuse. So they make a law. You should not touch a child also. You don't slap a child. This is bogus thing. Who are you to tell? From which scripture you are telling? From mental speculation. Where it is written? Just bring those people and quote from Shastra. Where it's mentioned? Making a child department. What child department? Have you grown a child first? Huh? The Shastra already mentions that they have to be trained properly. Because every one of us are born with ignorance, and we need guru, we need parents, we need teachers to train us. We need good qualities, and if you don't train in that right time, they will become spoiled later. So therefore it is important that they should be disciplined properly. Eh? Abuse is bad and pampering, both are bad. Then what? Love and discipline both should go hand in hand. If not listening, then dhar. And if listening, then love. Love is also important. Yes, love has to be given and discipline both. So we should not become extreme. Actually, modern society is too much extremistic. Too much. Now they have brought women freedom. Women freedom, okay, women requires freedom. ठीक है, modern time के. But too much freedom. Again problem. Too much freedom. Technology is important. Then too much technology. Too much extreme they are going. इतना एक्सट्रीम क्यों जाना बाबा? अरे हर एक चीज का एक आपने कोई सोल्यूशन निकाला है तो उसका कुछ बैलेंस रखो ना, क्योंकि वो पहले जो नियम था उसका भी कुछ that those rules were following certain principles. Why are you lofting of all the principles and then bringing your another principle? It is not good. There has to be balance actually for anything. If everybody is independent, then where is the family? There can be no family. Everybody is just shouting women liberation, women liberation. Arey, women liberation is good. Huh? But then they should be protected. Then they should also be in home. They should also take care of children. They should take care of families and protect the family. Who will do? No, that is not their job. Then it's bogus. Then it's bogus. Then why people are? Then why there is differentiation of man and woman by God? Why there is a family? Why there are children? Again, bogus thing. So extreme is not good. Therefore, Prabhupada says anybody who is organizing the society, they should know about the Manu Samhita, they should know about the Parasar Samhita, they should know about Yajnavalkya. So these people have written many literatures. So a person has a king and a leader, public leader, they should learn these things from bona fide spiritual master, and then they should propagate in the society. It is important. कुछ भी अपने मन से नहीं लगाना है. कहीं से तो उसका रेफरेंस लेना है। तो फॉल्ट फाइंडिंग, अच्छा, ओके, अ प्योर डिवोटी हु इज अ टॉप मोस्ट भक्ता, ही इज अन्य निंदादि शून्यम, इप्सित सेव संगलब्ध्या। दिस इज स्पोकन बाय ध्रुव गोस्वामी। अन्य निंदादि शून्य, जो दूसरों की निंदा नहीं करता है उसका संग लेना चाहिए। हम्म, जो उसका संग लेके हम एडवांस हो सकते हैं। तो इसमें समझ में आना चाहिए कि निंदा किसके सेंस में, मतलब he is not fine. So a person who is not a right candidate, hmm, for finding the fault, he should not find fault. Huh? Just to make some mimicry, just to show his bigness, that how we are great, others are small, huh? Or others are all foolish, or we are very knowledgeable. No, not is this. This should not be. The attitude for finding fault should be that this is the right thing. Please try to follow. This will be helpful for you, and you will grow in a nice way. You will be you will be a good leader. You will be a good propagator of knowledge, and it will be healthy for you. It will be helpful for your whole family. Everything means the person should help that person. Hmm. It is not done in a mood of belittling the person. It should not be done in that way. Everybody is a child of God, and everybody is a pure soul. Only thing, there is some ignorance is there. So we should hate the sin, not the sinner. So hating or envy should not be there. Like that. Hari means one should be very modest and must not perform some act which is abominable. Hari, modest, gentlemanliness, उसमें रहना चाहिए, modesty रहना चाहिए. So this is also important. Achapalam, determination means one should not be agitated or frustrated in some attempt. There may be failure in some attempt, but one should not be sorry for that. He should make progress with patience and determination. Uh, Achapalam is important in this world because there are many times a lot of great difficulties are there. What to speak of spiritual life also, material life also, people have great difficulties. And so people have worked hard to attain their desired goal. So somebody was asking, shall you prepare for ISPCS for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years? What do you say? So it requires a great determination. 1 minute. So working hard for one's career, is it important or not? So uh, it is again individual choice is there. At the same time, ha, at the same time, one should also understand destiny is not in our hand. Hmm. So one should not become too much attached. So one has to keep a balance about this. बेकारी से अच्छा बेकारी है, इसको बोलते हैं। अगर आदमी बेकार है, कुछ काम ही नहीं कर रहा है, बस पढ़ाई के नाटक से बहुत साल वेस्ट कर रहा है, तो इट इज़ नॉट एडवाइजेबल फॉर सच पीपल टू जस्ट वेट फॉर 6 7 years, जस्ट प्रैक्टिस हार्ड एंड हार्ड. दिस इज यूजलेस. बेटर डू समथिंग एल्स actually, because human life is not only to become ISPCS. We are wasting our life. And it's not only to earn, you have to earn only 4 or 5 lakh only, then only I will be satisfied. One should not be too much ambitious in this direction. इतना भी नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर आपका इंटेलिजेंस है, आप क्रॉस कर सकते हो, और अगर आप एंगेज्ड हो तो देन यू कैन प्रिपेयर आल्सो. But you should not be simply not engaged and just doing for 6 7 years like that only. That is also not good at all. Hmm. So one should keep balance. Determination is important, but at the same time, the goal has to be clear in life. The word tejas used here is meant for Kshatriya. See, one more thing I would say. Destiny, how much money is written in our destiny, it will come. You cannot increase or cannot decrease. It is going to come. So when destiny is fixed, already it is fixed, if this is clear to everyone, if destiny is fixed, then you have to just do your work. It is never said that you have to be only in this job, then only you'll get the money. Even if you get more money, that money will not be with you. It will be taken away by somebody else. Like if a person is become ISPCS, then he is married to a certain wife, a certain girl, and that girl is very, very extravagant. Means she's a very luxurious and she takes money a lot. Then she will take away all the money of husband and use it. So then money never remains with the husband. See, it will always remain with the wife only. Or the children, if they are drunkard, they will take away the money of father. So ultimately, whatever money is there in your destiny, that much only will come. Whether you become ISPCS, whatever. So one has to understand the goal of life actually. And then one has to balance this. So determination is not spoken in terms of always that material endeavor, but mostly in terms of spiritual goal. hmm, That one should always endeavor to develop, to purify oneself, purify one's existence, develop Krishna consciousness. In this way, it is spoken. huh. You find in the Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, determination in mode of goodness. You will read that time. And mode of passion and another things. The tejas used for a kshatriya. Kshatriya should always be very strong to be able to give protection to the weak. They should not pose themselves non-violent. If violence is required, they must exhibit it. But a person who is able to curb his enemy may, under certain circumstances, show forgiveness and he may excuse minor offenses. Okay. So, Kshatriya, both side, they forgive and they commit violence also. Violence only for protection. Kshatriya. Shat means injury. Traya means one who protects. The one who protects from injury to whom? To the praja. So if praja is suffering because of certain rogues and thieves, they are troubling. So then the rogues and thieves have to be punished by the Kshatriya. Violence has to be applied. And he should also forgive the minor offenses. इसलिए कि हमेशा अगर तलवार निकाल के बैठा है कौन आएगा चलो थोड़ा गलती किया इसको खत्म कर दो दैट इज नॉट क्षत्रिय again going extreme in any direction is not good. It is again a violation of the principle. Socham, cleanliness, mind and body, one should be clean. But in one's dealing also one should be clean. Means generally Vaishyas, they speak lie to earn more money. So then they should be clean in their heart. They should not try to uh, take lot of profit. Like when we go to auto person, nowadays you know that auto, when you book Ola, they don't charge you what is there in the Ola app. They charge you in their meter, whatever there is meter. They say कि meter वाला लगेगा. But already Ola has, you have taken Ola app, so then they should decide how much you will take. So they are not happy with that, and then they charge money actually. So whether it is good or bad, basically the whole thing is meter. Some places autos they run by meter. That is okay. Government has fixed. So according to that place, it's good. But you find generally the Ola app and other apps they give less money to these drivers. And so we book that. But they want the money what is there in the meter. So then the Ola people they don't accept it. They don't accept, or they have given some lenience, whatever. So many times they cheat also. That is not good. That is not good. Sometimes they may not even take from the meter also. They directly say, no, this much only, 200, 300. So that is cheating actually. One should be clean in one's behavior and dealings. When you go to some new place, you do not know how to go, and there no Ola, no auto, no Uber. So what happens? That time people cheat like anything. They will ask 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. So this is again cheating. One should be clean in one's dealing also. Okay, this much distance is there. I will take this much. Please give me that. What happens actually? When these people start living with other people, they say, oh, you are charging less, how can you charge less? Otherwise our business will become tough. You have to also charge. So they force also these people, those who will charge less, they will force, oh no no no, you have to charge the same what we are charging. So they उनका एक गुट रहता है. So this is not good actually, which is mentioned here. One should be pure in one's dealing. Not only taking bath and cleaning mind, but also pure in one's dealing. It is especially meant for the mercantile people who should not deal in the black market. Huh? The black market, sometimes devotees have questions whether we should part in share market or not. So share market, again, one has to discuss with the more practical devotees and understand how much part is problemsome and how much part is good one. At the same time, any business you do, there is some investment and there is some uh, probability of loss will be there hamesha. There is some risk of investment and there is a probability of loss. So that's why, and any business, when there is a loss, nobody is ready to accept the loss. He will always pass the buck on other side. Oh no no, because of him the loss happened. And then the person who has given the money, he has to run from one to another. So this is another problem happens. And business, mercantile people also. Nati manita, not expecting honor. Or trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishuna amanina. Amanina manadena. So amanina means nati manita. Same, not expecting honor applies to Sudras. The worker class, which are considered according to the Vedic injunction to be the lowest of the four class. Matlab, Sudras also expect lot of respect. That's why you see in Kali Yuga, a lot of fight is happening. Why? Kalo Sudra सबको रेस्पेक्ट चाहिए. रेस्पेक्ट के लायक नहीं है वो, लेकिन उसको रेस्पेक्ट चाहिए. देखो Prabhupada is saying na ati manata. They should not be puffed up with unnecessary prestige and honor. They should remain in their own status. It is the duty of the Sudras to offer respect to higher class for the upkeep of the social order. So we call sometimes Dalit Dalit people. Sometimes a lot of fight is there. You are not giving us respect. We'll do this thing, we'll do that thing. So the respect was given according to spiritual advancement of the people in previous times also. How much people were advanced in spiritual status as well as in material prosperity also. That was also there. So both should go, like Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, Vaishyas. So their spiritual status is also high. At the same time, their material status is also high. So when it collides, one has to choose spiritual status. So somebody may be highly rich, like Dasrath Maharaj, but there is a Vasishtu Muni or Vishwamitra Muni. They are highly renounced. So then the king has to respect them more. Just because richness, you cannot respect him more. No. So what was given highest priority, we should see. So that is called na ati manita. Next, all the 26 qualities mentioned are transcendental qualities. They should be cultivated according to different status of social and order, occupational order. The purport is that even though material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice by all class of men, then gradually it is possible to rise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. So these values are also important if they are, Prabhupada says, even though material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice by all class of men, then what will happen? They will gradually rise to transcendental realization. So this is another thing. Those um, who are not even in devotional service, okay, they, if they try to develop these qualities, then gradually that will help them to come to devotional service. This is also important. So for karmis also, all class of men, Prabhupada says, all class of men cannot become devotee, okay? But even if they try to develop such qualities, So that will help them to gradually rise to the transcendental realization. This is the meaning of this thing. In beginning, we learned those who are devotees, they only can have good qualities. That is also true, and this is also true. One should try to develop so that it will help them ultimately to come to bhakti. And those who become bhaktas, they are already fortunate. This good quality will surely be born. Like Prabhupada says in the NOI, if somebody is a wife, then surely the child will be born. In the bhakti nishchaya, utsaha nishchaya dhairya. So nishchaya, this example he gives. One has to be utsaha. Hmm? But patience one should have. What is the patience? And nishchaya also. That yes, once somebody is married, and then after some time the child will be born. In the similar way, those who are devotional devotees, after some time they will be having good qualities. So that faith should be there. That utsaha nishchaya dhairya should be there. Okay, next. दम्भोदर्पविमानश्च क्रोधपारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं च विजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम्. Yes.
Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Prithu.
Hmm. Yes. So pride wants to make a show of religion even if sinful. That is mentioned. Wants to make show of religion even if he is sinful. The three words generally are used quite synonymous way. Dambha, Darpa, Abhimana. Okay, Dambha, Darpa, Abhimana. In English says pride, arrogance, and conceit. Generally, people think in a similar way. So what is the difference here? Pride wants to make a show of religion even if it is sinful. Hmm? Arrogance, pride in one's wealth and education. So basically, pride in one's religion is called pride, means basically showing off. And when somebody is proud in one's wealth and education, he is called arrogant. And then conceit is desire to be worshipped by others. Somebody should worship me. Hmm. That is a conceit. So, so you can see the difference here: pride, arrogance, and conceit. Hmm. In this verse, the royal road to hell is described. Demonic, the demonic want to make a show of religion and advancement in science, spiritual science, although they do not follow the principle. It means this is a pride. They are always arrogant or proud in possessing some type of education or so much wealth. Means arrogance here it is mentioned. Arrogance means somebody is having pride in his education or wealth. They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability, although they do not command respect. So this is the third one. Conceit. They commanding respect and demanding respect. This is two things. Commanding means by our behavior is so nice that person is itself respecting. Demanding means I am your senior. You should offer me respect. This is demanding. Hmm. So one should not. So this is called Dambho Darpa Abhiman. Abhiman means this. Abhiman. He has lot of abhiman of becoming a senior. अभिमान है इसको मान चाहिए, बहुत मान चाहिए. तो दंभ, दर्प. हम्म? दर्प मतलब क्या है? दर्पण, शीशे में देखना. तो कोई व्यक्ति अपने पैसे को और अपने एजुकेशन को अपने में देखते हैं कि देखो मैं कितना रईस व्यक्ति, कितना पढ़ा लिखा व्यक्ति, इसको बोलते हैं दर्पण. अपने दर्पण, उसका उसका दर्पण, उसका शीशा क्या है? उसका शीशा है उसका पैसा और उसका ज्ञान. हम्म? अपना वेल्थ और एजुकेशन. और दंभ, दंभ का एक और मतलब होता है, उसमें क्वालिटी है ही नहीं बट फिर भी वो बहुत ही ऊंचा है. दंभ, दंभ का मतलब वो सट्टे मार रहा है. जैसे कई लोग सट्टे मारते हैं ना, अरे हम करा देंगे, हाँ बोलो बोलो क्या है, हम तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर हमारे हमारे घर पे आए थे, हमारे घर पे आके चपाती खा के गए हमारे घर से. अच्छा आपके घर पे चपाती खा के? अरे और क्या. अभी कई लोग इतने बड़े बड़े सट्टेबाज होते हैं और जब काम की बात आती है तो एकदम बेकार, एकदम बेकार, कुछ नहीं कर सकता वो व्यक्ति. खास करके नॉर्थ इंडिया में लोग ऐसे बहुत होते हैं. कई लोगों से मिलने जाओ तो ऐसे बोलते हैं, इतना हाई सट्टेबाज मारते हैं. ऐसे हो जाएगा, तुरंत हो जाएगा, बिल्कुल, हाँ। तो ये हो गया दंभ, इसको बोलते हैं दंभ, सट्टेबाज। दर्पण मतलब बहुत अच्छा एजुकेशन अमेरिका से पढ़ के आ गया है, बहुत पैसा हो गया, तो उसको दर्पण होता है, वो अपने घर को सजा के रखता है उस। और जो रिच लोग के घर होते हैं, शीशे के होते हैं, है ना। बोलते हैं ना, हाँ, खास करके अमीर लोग के घर शीशे के होते हैं, कोई पत्थर मारो तो बस घर टूट जाएगा। तो इसको दर्पण बोलते हैं, दर्पण। दंभ दर्प अभिमान, बहुत मान चाहिए उसको। ओवर ट्रिफल्स दे बिकम वेरी एंग्री एंड स्पीक हार्शली नॉट जेंटली, छोटी छोटी बात पे गुस्सा हो जाते हैं, ऐसा होता है। देखो ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, जब कभी लोग छोटी छोटी बात पे गुस्सा होते हैं, इसका मतलब उसके अंदर दर्पण अभिमान बहुत है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने क्या बताया, तिनाद पीस होनी चाहिए ना। आपको कितना भी पीस दिया जाए, आप घास, देखो, एक होता है तृण और एक होता है घास। घास वो होता है जो जमीन से लगा होता है, उसका रूट, उसको दबा दो तो घास दोबारा खड़ा हो जाता है। लेकिन तृण मतलब वो जमीन से लगा नहीं है, उसका जड़ नहीं है, वो टूटा हुआ है। इट इज अ ब्रोकन ग्रास पीस। उसको उसको दबा दो तो दबा ही रहेगा, वो नीचे उठेगा ही नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि उसका जड़ नहीं है। तो तृण के समान, तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि। सो even though one has the highest good qualities, but one should not have pride, because Krishna does not like false pride. All the qualities okay, but Krishna does not like false pride. He is very much against this. Indra was very much proud in Govardhan Puja, and Krishna just embarrassed him in such a way, or you can say insulted him in such a way, not a single his effort became successful. He was totally insulted actually. So he just powders the pride of someone. Therefore, in front of Krishna, nobody can become proud. One has to become humble only. Even Lord Shiva came to help Kasi Raj. Krishna even burnt Kasi also. And just he tortured all this. And even Lord Shiva came to his knees and started begging forgiveness. Krishna never likes false pride. They do not know what should be done and what should not be done. So, speaking, so the word used here is harsh, is दंभ दर्प अभिमान क्रोध पारुष्य में, पारुष मीन्स हार्श स्पीच। सो इट इज स्पोकन विद एंगर, एंगर। So okay, they become very angry for small, they do not know the how what should be done, they do not they do everything whimsically according to their own desire, and they do not recognize the authority. So this is also another thing. If somebody is quite angry, somebody is speaking harsh speech, then they don't recognize any authority. They will be whimsical people. We should understand they will be whimsical. These demonic qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the womb of their mothers, and as they grow, they manifest all the inauspicious qualities. It means the mother and the father also develop those qualities, and that's why it goes to the child. It goes to the child, and child also has this quality from previous birth. So he's a demon, and the parents also cultivate that demonic quality, and that's why it has entered into the child. So, so therefore, one should not become angry in such situation. When somebody is giving birth to some child, one should be keeping one's consciousness very, very pure. Therefore, even doctor recommends, then don't put the lady in distress. They should always be singing and hearing, and means jolly mood should be there, no tension, nothing. And basically, they should be reciting the poems, reciting some prayers, worshipping God, doing all spiritual activity. So then what happens? The child also gets those qualities. Even if he might be demon, even if, but at least by doing such things, some good quality will come in him. So that is also good. So these are the harsh speech, anger, dambha, darpa, abhiman. These are the qualities Prabhupada say royal road to hell. They will surely take him to hell. Okay. Just see what other Acharya says. Dambha means to announce oneself as religious even though one has sinful nature. Darpa means to have pride in the wealth, knowledge, and the likes. And the like means whatever he likes. Abhiman means to desire respect from others or attachment to wife, sons, and other things. That is Abhiman. Krodha means anger, Parushya means cruelty. Agyan means lack of discrimination. So Agyan is also there. Damba, Darpa, Abhimanascha, Krodha, Parushyamevacha. Agyana. Agyanam cha abhijat. Agyanam is also there. So Agyana means lack of discrimination. These are the qualities of asuras, which indicate other things of being, such as rakshasas as well. These qualities belong to person born at the moment, indicating attainment of rajasic or tamasic qualities. These are rajasic and tamasic qualities. The Lord now speaks of the qualities of the asuras, which cause the hellish existence in one verse. Dambha means performance of religious duty with the intention of being. Just see now. This is spoken by Baldev Vidyabhushan. Dambha means परफॉर्मिंग रिलीजियस ड्यूटीज विद इंटेंशन ऑफ बीइंग नोन एज अ रिलीजियस पर्सन. सब लोग मुझको पंडित जानेंगे इसलिए हम कर रहे हैं. ये दम्भ हो गया. दर्प मीन्स हैविंग प्राइड इन हैविंग गुड लीनिएज और नॉलेज, थिंकिंग दैट वन शुड बी रिस्पेक्टेड. अच्छा ज्ञान लेंगे ताकि सब लोग रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे. क्रोध मीन्स एंगर. पारुष्य मीन्स using rough language in front of others. The word cha indicates all the qualities opposite to those mentioned in the previous verses, such as chapalam, having useless actions. Note, thus the asuras, asura sampatti, sampat includes such qualities as himsa, asatya, atyag. So the cha word is used, na? Agyana. Cha abhijatas. So the cha means all those qualities which were previously spoken for divine person, for godly man. So uska opposite. ये देखो यहाँ बोला हिंसा, असत्य, अत्याग. अज्ञान मीन्स डिवाइड ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस टू डिस्क्रिमिनेट बिटवीन व्हाट इज प्रॉपर एंड व्हाट इज इम्प्रॉपर, लाइक दैट. ओके. The word cha indicates the qualities such as the adhriti and those following from the previous list: socham, droho, ati, manita. These qualities appear in a person born with inauspicious impressions, asurim sampadam, which manifest from the sinful actions which bear fruit at the time of taking birth. So why these qualities are there? Because of, just you see here the words mentioned, these qualities appear in a person born with the inauspicious impressions. मतलब क्या है उसके जो संस्कार, इंप्रेशन मतलब संस्कार. सो दे दीज क्वालिटी अपीयर इन अ पर्सन born with the inauspicious impressions. Asurim sampada. So those who are having bad sanskar, they they give birth to such bad qualities which manifest from their sinful actions. So why they have inauspicious sanskar? Because they have done sin in previous life. पाप करने से गलत संस्कार डेवलप होता है, उसमें उससे गलत क्वालिटीज डेवलप होती है. इसका कहने का ये मतलब है. इसका मतलब मान लो कोई गुस्सा कर दिया, कोई बहुत ही हार्श बोलता है, इसका मतलब उसने कोई तो पाप किया है जिसके कारण से उसमें ये गुस्से का संस्कार आ गया है. जल्दी, बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा हो जाता है, बहुत जल्दी आ, किसी को लगा देता है, किसी को पकड़ के धो देता है, और किसी को, और अज्ञानता क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है उसका सोचता ही नहीं है. तो ये भी पाप से ही आता है. दिस इज ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ पाप. And Abhiman, Darpa, these things are quite common among people. Yes, so we can understand everyone has done some sinful activities. Because of that, inauspicious sanskaras have formed, and such qualities have taken birth because in that sanskara. Now, Devim Sampadi Vimokshaya Nibadnaya Asuri Mata Masucha Sampadam Devim Abhijato Asi Pandava.
The transcendental qualities, the transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born. So, bro, I can't see the last line, bro. So, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities.
So Krishna is confirming here that Arjuna is born with divine qualities. Devi Sampad Vimokshaya. Devi Sampad, those who have these godly qualities, they will become, are conducive to liberation. And those who are demonic qualities, they will become bound more and more. Means they will take more birth, they will suffer more. So Krishna encouraged Arjuna by telling him that he was not born with demonic qualities. His involvement in fight was not demonic because he was considering pros and cons. He was considering whether respectable persons such as Bhishma and Drona should be killed or not. Just see, previous shloka what is mentioned, a sinful person or a Asuri Sampad person, he does not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Agyan. But Arjuna has a gyan. Why I should kill my uncle? It is not good. So that is a symptom of having a Daiva Sampada. So okay, so this is very very important. Those who are questioning on sinful activities, it means they have certain good qualities. The first thing begins with a question. Why I should do this? This is not good. Why I should do? नहीं करना मुझे, ये गलत है। यही यहीं से चालू होता है आसुरी और दैवी संपद। क्योंकि व्यक्ति को थोड़ा ज्ञान तो होना चाहिए ना, क्या पाप है क्या पुण्य है। हम्म? जैसे मान लो, हम्म, कोई गुस्सा हो गया और जोर से बोल दिया, और उसको फिर समझाया, बेटा ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए, है, हाँ सॉरी है, ठीक है नहीं बोलना चाहिए, गलत है, सॉरी। गुस्सा हो गया तो थोड़ा बोल दिया, इसका मतलब क्या है, उसमें वो गुस्से में बोल दिया उसने, लेकिन बाद में उसने माफी मांगा। इसका मतलब क्या है, उसमें कुछ सोचने का है, दैवी क्वालिटी है उसमें। गुस्सा सब लोग हो जाते हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन दैवी क्वालिटी नहीं होने से वो व्यक्ति सोच ही नहीं सकता क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है। दिस इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड। So Devi quality means one repents, one thinks that, oh, I did the wrong, let me correct myself. That is called Devi's qualities. So he was not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, and harshness. Therefore, he was not the quality of the Therefore, he was not of the quality of the demons. For a Kshatriya, a military man shooting arrows at enemy is considered transcendental, and refraining from such a duty is demonic. Therefore, there was no cause for Arjuna to lament. Arjuna's duty was also there to fight. Anyone who performs regulative principle of different orders of life is transcendently situated. If you follow Brahman Dharma, Kshatriya Dharma, then according to those things, there are two things called vritti vasana. Vritti and vasana. Those who are having brahmanical vritti, so vritti means they are called instinct. Vasana means impulses. So one has to curb the impulses, but one has to facilitate his vritti. Do you mean by that? You understand? What do you mean here? Just see. You have to cultivate your vritti. You are a Brahmana, then you have to read scriptures, you have to worship God, you have to have faith. Huh? Then Santa. Huh? So the Brahminical quality, the one has to Sama, Dama, Tapa, Socham, Santi, Arjam, Evacha, huh? Jnana, Vijnana, Mastikyam. So all these are qualities one has to develop. So this is a Brahminical quality. This is called Vritti. Vasana means what? If somebody becomes knowledgeable Brahmana, he becomes proud. Nobody is knowledgeable equal to me. I am very much knowledgeable. Then this pride is a Vasana. He has to curb the pride, as it is a demonic quality. And Kshatriya, he should, if somebody challenges, fight with me. Yes, I will fight with you. This is his vritti. Brahmana, if Brahmana is challenged, Brahmana will say, sorry, I cannot fight. I don't have muscles only. If you just give me one punch, I'll become powder. Better I'll go away. This is Brahmana. So Brahmana cannot fight. But Kshatriya, okay, I will fight. So Kshatriya, he has to show violence. That is his vritti. But Vasana means Kshatriya will go and then usurp the property of anyone. He will loot anyone and put heavy taxes. That is his Vasana. He has to curb those Vasanas. Vaishya, his Vasana is what? He has to do business. He has to do cow protection. He has to do agriculture. So he has to do all these things. Production work is his. Then if he earns more profit, then legitimate, that is his Vasana. Greed is too much. So Vasana I'm saying according to context here. So here Prabhupada mentions anybody who follows the regulatory principle according to the order of life, that is transcendental. But if he just goes to the extreme and just takes the benefit of his occupation and then does something wrong, that is not good. That is vasana. One has to control the vasana. So in samskar, both thing comes. Vasana is also there and vritti is also there. So one has to cultivate his good vritti and curb the vasanas. Okay, one has to understand this thing. So, therefore, the qualities has to be born good qualities, and the bad qualities have to cut. Bhut sargo lokasmin दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तरसः प्रोक्ता आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु.
O son of Pratha, in this world, there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demoniac.
So now Krishna in a small previous verse he just mentioned little bit about cha. Huh? Dambho, Darpa, Abhimanascha, Krodha, Parusvamevacha, Ajnanacha, Abhijatasya. And then he goes more ahead. Yes, what is the question?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, जैसे इसमें बता रहे हैं कृष्ण की दो टाइप के ही क्रिएटेड बीइंग्स हैं, डिमोनिक एंड डिवाइन, लाइक दैवी. तो बट प्रभु जी, what we see that there is no white and black. We all have some divine qualities, so many demoniac qualities. So
Correct.
how can we say that there is no only two type of created beings? There are mixture of, mostly there is mixture of these two.
No, so two only, na. Somebody are mixture, no, not an issue. But you understand, these two qualities are there. Some are having divine, some are demonic, some are in between. So basically, the two things are means the pap and punya. Now somebody has pap and punya mixed. ही इज मिक्सचर no, ठीक है, बट दो ही है ना, बेसिकली दो ही क्वालिटीज है डेवलप हुए. और कुछ लोग दोनों का कुछ लोग अकेला पुण्य को लेते हैं, अच्छे गुणों को, कुछ लोग पाप को, और कुछ लोग मिक्सचर को लेते हैं. तो दो क्वालिटी के लोग बनाए, ऐसा बोला जा रहा है. तो इन दिस वे यू अंडरस्टैंड, it is not mentioning like there's a mixture also can be there. It is well understood. So Krishna is not saying that the third kind of person is also there who's having something other. No, either will have good or bad or both, like that. तो वो समझना, उसके हिसाब से समझना कि लाइक हियर विष्णुर भक्त भवेदैव असुरस्तद विपर्य. व्हेन यू से असुरस्तद विपर्य, asur is one who is not Vishnu bhakta. Okay, now somebody is not a devotee, ठीक है, he is not a devotee of any god also, and he is showing some good qualities. So then he has not killed also anyone, he is not angry also. Then how can you call him asura? Actually, you have to understand there is a mixture of the quality in him. They are there, and that has not come out immediately. That may come out later. That may come out later. Because of certain, because their manoratha I discussed earlier. There's mixture of qualities are there. So for time being, he is behaving in a satuguna for time being. But later, this such quality may come out. And then you can find out what he is, whether he's a asura or he's a वास्तव में विष्णु भक्ता. जब उसको मंदिर बुलाओ तो वो बोलेगा नहीं मंदिर नहीं, मेरे को पढ़ाई करना है, मेरे को ना तो बाकी सब अच्छा है उसका, लेकिन जैसे ही बोलो मंदिर आ जाओ थोड़ा भगवान का पूजा करो, नहीं इतना सब भक्ति नहीं करना, तुरंत समझ में आएगा उसका डेमोनिक क्वालिटी क्या है, तुरंत समझ में आ जाएगा. तो ऐसे पता नहीं लगेगा आपको. तो किसी किसी में कुछ अच्छी क्वालिटी भी हो सकती है, लेकिन इसलिए फिर भी शास्त्र बोलता है अगर विष्णु का भक्त नहीं है तो डीमन ही मानो उसको. तो इसलिए भगवान इस तरीके से ही बोल रहे हैं कि मैं दो तरह के पुरुष को बनाया हूं, जो मेरा एक भक्त है और जो मेरा अभक्त है वो डीमन ही है. तो उस सेंस में अगर आप देखोगे तो भले दिखेगा नहीं आपको, लेकिन वो डीमन ही है. और जो भक्त है उसके अंदर कुछ बैड क्वालिटी है तो भगवान बोलते हो साधु है. भगवान बोलते हो साधु है, क्यों? मेरा भक्त है. तो भगवान तो वही बोल रहे हैं ना कि जो भक्त है वो साधु है, जो अभक्त है वो असाधु है. तो भगवान के हिसाब से दो ही लोग हैं. भले हम संसार में देखते हैं कोई अच्छा बोलता है तो उसको नहीं वो भी अच्छा है, बट भगवान बोले अच्छा नहीं है, एक बार पूछो ना, माला करो। नहीं, माला नहीं करना है, यानी वो डीमन है। तो उस सेंस में भी आप देखोगे तो ये मिलेगा।
So that means, but these demoniac can also become divine, right, bro?
हाँ हाँ, यस, दैट इज देयर बाय टेकिंग शेल्टर ऑफ कृष्णा, श्योरली।
Okay. Yeah.
एंड
So I
कृष्णा
was
mentions, क्या
initially when
कृष्ण,
I read, sorry, bro. Yeah.
यस,
Initially when I read, I thought that it's like it's categorized divine and demoniac, and divine are divine, demonic are demonic. But I think that's not that case. It's like divine demoniac can also become divine, but of course
yes, yes,
the
why not?
process. Yeah.
This material world is for
Yeah.
improvement,
Yes.
for purification. So divine, why Krishna is saying somebody is divine and demonic, not to curse them. You will always be demonic only. No, this lesson is given so that one should be keeping guard against one's behavior, one's thinking, one's education, one's association. And then Krishna mentions at last that one who follows the Shastra, he is not whimsical, and then he cannot be demonic actually. So one has to follow the Shastra. Tasma Shastra Pramanam. This is at last. Yah Shastra Vidhi Musrajya Vartate Kamakarata. So there Krishna in this end of chapter he mentions this thing. One has to follow the Shastra. Shastra means one has to follow the Krishna. Hmm? Yes. Done?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hmm. So now the two kinds of created beings are there. Prabhupada also many times say, like Prabhupada says sometimes there are two kind of transcendentalists who are the impersonalist and personalist. But there are others also like yogis, then jnanis, then karmis. So karmis are never considered transcendentalist. Only yogis, jnanis, and bhaktas, they are transcendentalist. Karmis are never considered transcendentalist. So because they want to live in this world only. Only those who want to leave this world, they are considered transcendentalist. They want to be having some higher goal than this world. They are considered transcendent. They transcend this world basically. So karmis, they never want to transcend. They want to be happy in this world only. Therefore, they are never considered transcendentalist. So there are two kind of Prabhupada say transcendentalist, impersonalist, personalist. So there are sometimes categorization are given with a certain context also. So here, as Prabhupada mentions, scriptures mentions, there are demons and there are devotees. The devotees are Vishnu Bhaktas and demons are maybe Bhakta of other demigods or may not be Bhakta, but they are demons only. Like that. Lord Krishna, having assured that Arjuna he was born in the divine qualities, is now describing the demonic way. The conditioned living entities are divided into two classes in the world. They are born with the divine qualities, regulated life, and that is to say, they abide by injunction in the scriptures and by authorities. One should perform duties in the light of authoritative scriptures. This mentality is called divine. One who does not follow the regulative principles as they are laid down in the scriptures, who act according to the whims, is called demonic or asuric. See, we should understand Shastra are not only some words, they are some mood also. Shastra wants to bring out the mood of becoming servant of Shastra authority. Authority is Shastra and Guru. Okay. So one has to become servant of them. So if the Shastra said do this thing, so somebody will say I will follow. Shastra said do this thing, I will follow. Then Shastra said do no, I don't want to follow because I don't like that. Immediately he breaks the Shastric principle. So when Krishna, here Prabhupada is mentioning, one should develop the mentality of following the Shastra, not that what I am liking I will follow. That is called divine quality. Like Vedavadratha, what they may you may say that they are also following Shastra Prabhuji, they are doing karma. They are not following sir. Because Veda never say that goal of life is to become happy here only. That is not following Shastra. So they are not following Shastra. Even though they may chant mantras, they may produce so many things, but that is not a mentality of following Shastra. So divine mentality means Shastras, when they are recommending something, that is there is some purpose, and I have to catch that purpose first, and then accordingly I should follow the Shastra. Like somebody wants something, why Shastra says that you will get, like in Bhagavatam also, there are so many Phalastuti is given. Ki, if you read this section, this Phalastuti you will get. Okay. So this phala you will get, but devotees they never desire. And even if they desire, they want those things to be engaged in Krishna Seva. So they understand why I should not desire and where it should be used. So that is a purpose. We should know the purpose. Otherwise, If somebody is taking some karma kanda yagya of Shastra and then producing some Rakshasas, then that is the abuse of Shastra, basically. But if somebody is producing that Rakshasa to help in God's mission, then that is good. So purpose has to be understood of Shastra. Otherwise, that is also demonic. Like Aswathama, he worshipped Lord Shiva and got a talwar, sword, and then he killed the Pandavas' children. Then you may say, oh, he followed the Shastra. What he followed the Shastra? He's a demon person. So following the Shastra does not mean just literally just follow some text and able to recite the mantra. That is not the meaning of following. Follow with certain purpose. What is the purpose of Shastra? I want us to know Krishna. I want us to follow, surrender to Krishna, ultimately. Hmm? That is a divine mentality. One who does not follow regulative principle as laid down in Shastra and acts according to the whim is an asura. There is no other criterion but obedience to the regulative principle of the scriptures. It is mentioned in the Vedic scripture that both the demigods and the demons are born of Prajapati. The only difference is that one obeys the Vedic injunction and other do not. You find demigods, they may do mistake, but they will accept again the reformation. Indra, how many times he did mistake, but again he will accept the reformation given by Brahma, Vishnu. Always he will accept. He will never disregard. Have you any time found Indra disrespecting Brahma and saying Vishnu also, hey, I don't follow you. I will follow. Then he becomes demon immediately. He may do any mistakes, but he will surrender. That is the final lesson of Shastra. Even if you're doing mistake, you have to surrender. But demons, they will never listen Shastra in the beginning, they will never follow in the last also. They're demon for beginning and last also. But even though Indra may be having some mentality of enjoying a spirit, but because he's having the mentality of surrender to the scriptural instruction at last, so therefore he's having divine mentality and he's a demigod. That's why I mentioned Vishnu Bhakta Bhave Daiva Asurastad Viparya. They will never become contradictory to the Vishnu's instructions. Ultimately, Vishnu says, okay, Indra, please follow this, he will follow. He will not contradict with Vishnu. He will not contradict with Brahma. Sometimes he may contradict sometime because of desires too much, but he will never contradict with his authorities. He will follow those. This is important. This is called divine. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जना न विदुरा आसुरा न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते.
Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them.
Okay, this is last shloka. We'll end here. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. So whatever is pravrittim and nivritti. In every civilized society, human society, there is some set of scriptural rules, regulations which is followed from the beginning, especially among the Aryans who adopt the Vedic civilization and who are known as most advanced civilized people. Those who do not follow the scriptural injunctions are supposed to be demons. Therefore, it is stated here that the demons do not know the scriptural rules, nor do they have any inclination to follow them. Most of them do not know them, and even if some of them know, they don't have tendency to follow them. They have no faith, nor are they willing to act in terms of Vedic injunctions. The demons are not clean, either externally or internally. One should always be careful to keep his body clean by bathing, brushing, saving, changing clothes, etc. As far as internal cleanness is concerned, one should always remember the holy names of the God and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Nam Hare Hare. The demons neither like or follow these rules for external and internal cleanness. As for the behavior, there are many rules and regulations guiding humans' behavior, such as the Manu Samhita, which is the law of the human race. Even up to today, those who are Hindu follow the Manu Samhita. The law of inheritance and other legalities are derived from this book. Now, in the Manu Samhita, it is clearly stated that women should not be given freedom. That does not mean that women should be kept as slaves, but they are like children. Children are never given freedom. Children are not given freedom, but that does not mean that they should be kept as slaves. The demons have now neglected such injunctions and they think that women should be given as much as freedom as men. However, this has not improved the social condition of the world. Actually, a woman should be given protection at every stage of life and she should be given protection by father in her young age. as by her husband in her youth and by the grown-up sons in her old age. This is a proper social behavior according to the Manu Samhita. But the modern education has artificially devised a puffed up concept of womanly life, and therefore marriage is practically now an imagination in human society. The social condition of women is thus not very good now, although those who are married are in better condition than those who are proclaiming their own so-called freedom. The demons therefore do not accept any instructions which is good for society, because they do not follow the experience of great sages and rules and regulations laid down by the sages, and the social condition of demonic people is very miserable. So good amount of discussion can be there on this, which we'll be doing next time. But just a synopsis is here. We can see that is demonic thing is happening. Demons means what is pravritti? Pravritti means what should be followed, what should not be followed is nivritti. Pravritti means follow. Nivritti means don't follow. So they do not know only क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, बस जो मन है करो, बस यही जीवन है. Janana vidura asura. They do not know only. Vidu matlab they do not know. What? They do not know what has to be done, what and why they do not know. This is a quality in passion. Passion means you do not know what has to be done, what should not be done. Ignorance means you do the wrong thing and say this is right. Ignorance means taking religion into irreligion and irreligion to be religion. That is ignorance. And passion means you do not know only what is to be done. That is passion. So na socham, na api. नहाना है, धोना है, कपड़ा बदलना है, क्या करना है पता नहीं. टिश्यू पेपर यूज करो. क्या टिश्यू पेपर? आजकल टिश्यू पेपर चल. पैशनेट लाइफ. ना अपिच आचारो. आचार क्या करना है? खाने वाला आचार नहीं है. ये आचार है आचार संहिता, मतलब क्या बिहेवियर करना है, कहाँ पे तो ये भी नॉलेज नहीं होता है. जैसे आजकल बच्चों को बोलो कोई बेटा थोड़ा ये साधु महाराज है, थोड़ा पैर छुओ, नहीं छूना है. वो शर्मा जाता है. कभी बच्चे शर्माते हैं, लेकिन उनको ट्रेनिंग देना चाहिए पैर छूने का. ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं है, वो भी नहीं है. और ट्रेनिंग किसका है? मोबाइल दे दो, मोबाइल दे दो, मोबाइल दे दो, और फटाफट पीछे बोलने का पट 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 पट. तो ये आचार नहीं है. तो उनका ट्रेनिंग पैशन में हो रहा है, कुछ पता नहीं लग रहा उसको करना क्या है. फिर हाँ, फिर सत्यम, झूठ बोलना. झूठ तो बहुत हाई क्लास. सत्यम ना सत्यम तेषु विद्यते. कोई सत्य भी उसमें नहीं फॉलो करता. एंड प्रभुपाद जी ने आज बहुत अच्छा पर्पट लिखा है. तो खास करके यहाँ पे बताया कि वो हरे कृष्णा भी नहीं जपते हैं, नहीं जपेंगे. वो अंदर का क्लीननेस बाहर का क्लीननेस कुछ नहीं करेंगे, नहाएंगे भी नहीं, धोएंगे भी नहीं, हरे हरे कृष्णा भी नहीं जपेंगे. तो ये सभी डीमंस लोग हैं. प्रभुपाद जी क्लियरली बता रहे हैं डीमंस का क्या क्वालिटी है. And then at last he's saying about the women freedom. So that is also bogus. He's mentioning that they should not be kept as slaves. So one has to balance this thing. Manu Samhita says that. So one has to balance how much freedom should be given, how in what way they should be given freedom. These all things should be discussed actually properly, because Prabhupada mentions those who are not married and they have got freedom, there is havoc actually, because protection is not there. Like a simple example, somebody is having all access in mobile, means and he's not self-control, he's not a really thoughtful man or control, then he'll do havoc actually. This is a real example. In the similar way, if woman is not protected, then they will be exploited. 100% they will be exploited. And they will exploit themselves also by being in wrong association. And then what happens? As then the later the marriage, then the children are not good, then the whole society, whole world will be bogus only, because such children are born who do not follow anyone. So everything is seen from perspective of happy and prosperous society which can practice Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. If the people are not good, if the children are not good, then what kind of generation will happen? What kind of generation will be born? So that's why the sages and the great personalities, they have decided, they have made such samhitas. This should be followed. And this samhita is not a speculation. They are taken from the Vedic literature only. And the demons will not follow anytime, because they are demons. Therefore, you see, if you find out how many demons are there, in Kali Yuga, the demons are not having the horns. All parliament demons only. It's a society of demons only. They will never decide what is there in Bhagavad Gita, how we should follow. They will never take Bhagavad. They will only take Bhagavad Gita in the court for taking oath. हाथ रख के कसम खाओ गीता के ऊपर कि तुम सत्य बोलोगे. अरे वो असुर है, वो क्या सत्य बोलेगा? गीता में ही लिखा है कि गीता खुद बोलेगी, ये कभी नहीं बोलने वाला है, मेरे ऊपर हाथ रख के क्यों बोल रहे हो, ये असुर है. तो पहले तो गीता का टीचिंग दो, फिर गीता के ऊपर हाथ रख के कसम खाने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, खुद ही सत्य बोलेगा. So these things are there. Okay. So here we'll stop. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, we'll end here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, bro.